Good morning. It's 7 something, and let's take a look and see what our dough did overnight. So it's grown a lot. You can see it's almost, it's grown a lot. Anyway, so now you want to put it on the counter. If you have a counter, that's probably a good place. My counter is made of butcher block, so that's not ideal. You want like a hard stone, ceramic, whatever surface to do this on. This is just a piece of something that Rob had in his garage, but it works great. Thank God he's a scrounger. So you can put, what I do is I just kind of, where's the camera here? I just lift the dough out by going around the sides and kind of pulling it off of the bowl. But you are going to have to wrestle it a bit to get it out. It is going to deflate quite a bit, so don't worry about that. I'm just going around the edge of the bowl, lifting it off. Now I'm going to get underneath it so that I can pull it out and put it onto this lightly floured surface. I think the recipe says rice flour for the surface, which is fine, but I just use all-purpose. So I've got it out of the bowl, and I'm just going to kind of pull on the sides gently to spread it out. I usually like to make oval loaves just because I'm not great at making the round ones. But, sorry, the light is not very good, of course. But I'll attempt to make a round one, even though this is being documented, and for generations they'll know that I couldn't make a round loaf when they archive this video from wherever. But I've pulled it out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottom and just stretch it out a little bit and pull it into the middle. I just folded it over the bottom third of it or so. And now I've got more of a flat, a straight line on the bottom, and I'm going to take the one side of it and pull it out a bit and pull it into the center. Do the same thing with that other end of the straight line, pull it into the middle. Now it almost looks like a diaper of sorts. And I'm going to take the top corner and pull it out and pull it into the center. And then the one remaining corner, I'm going to pull it out and pull it into the center. So sometimes that's called a starfish. So I've created this folded thing that's beginning to resemble a shape of some kind. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scraper that looks like this, and oh no, I'm not going to do that yet. I've got my starfish shape, and what I'm going to do is just take the top of it and pull it out a bit and tuck it back into the center again, and put my thumbs on it like so, and just push down while I'm kind of pulling out to make a roll. And then I'm going to do it again, roll, do it again, roll, do it again, and keep doing it until I've pushed with my thumbs everything down into this beautiful roll shape or oval shape. Now this is why I usually make oval loaves, because now I could just tuck in the ends and I would have a very nice oval shape to work with. And if you have an oval pan like I do, I'm going to be using an oval casserole dish because it's unlikely you have a Dutch oven. So my oval casserole dish is actually kind of an oval shape, as the name suggests, oval casserole dish. and this would fit perfectly in there. But just for the sake of showing you how to make a round one, in case you have a round casserole dish, let me show you. So just to finish off the ends of this, you can see this isn't a nice round end. It's got a little bit of a cleft there. I'm just going to take my hands, let's do this one first. Just going to take my hands and pushing the dough together and under. I'm just going to round the end of it a little bit, just like that, so that it's got a nice rounder end on it. The cleft is pretty much gone. And then I'm going to do the same with the other end. And voila, I have an oval loaf that I would then take my scraper and lift onto the parchment paper. But for posterity's sake, let's attempt to make a round loaf. So all you do with a round loaf is you just push the ends a little more aggressively under and in. I'll do that end, and then I'll do this end. Push it under and in quite a bit so that it begins to come together and form more of a ball than an oval. And you're basically just taking a pottery class at this point, because you're shaping the dough into what resembles more of a round shape. And sometimes what I do is I actually pull the dough a little bit on the hard surface of the counter, like this, to shape it. I'm actually not just tucking it under, but I'm pulling it a little bit to force the underside to smooth and come together. And then, if you want to, I never do, I seldom do, but technically you can make it a little bit more round by using your scraper to go under, and then with your other hand kind of hold it while you push the scraper around. So you see, the intent is that I'm forcing the bottom of the dough into a more round shape. And but I find that just pulling it like this does just a good job. Okay, so there we go. There I have my loaf that now is going to rest for 30 minutes, I think they said. But I'm going to put it on the parchment paper before I let it rest. So I'll show you. Get a cookie sheet and pull a nice long piece of parchment paper over it. And that's what we're going to lift this whole thing into our casserole dish after the 30-minute rest is over. So place that on the cookie dish. The cookie dish is simply to give it a place to go, but you could do this on the counter or anywhere. I just use a cookie dish because of reasons. Okay, so now you can use your scraper to get under your bowl. That's what they call a round loaf of dough, a bowl, B-O-U-L-E. And look at me, I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. Anyway, you put this under and push, and then with your hand you can lift the whole thing up, and I set it onto the parchment paper here. It will stick on the bottom, so you just have to be careful when you take your scraper out. It's gonna be stuck to the bowl, so you just gently remove it. So now my loaf looks not too bad. It's relatively round. There is a God. And so now I'm going to put my pre-oiled piece of saran wrap over it. So I've got oil on this one side, and you want to put the oil on the oiled side onto the loaf of bread just like that, so that it has a little bit of covering as it rises. So in 30 minutes, I'll be back.